Hello to all, this is Pinar. I talk about F1 a lot on this channel and I'm back in front of my map after a busy weekend at Turkish Grand Prix. But now we are heading to Austin, Texas for the US Grand Prix, and there are only 6 points between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, and there are only some few races left to set the champion for 2021 season. So it's gonna be an exciting race, and I'm sure all the US people, all the American people out there miss the F1 a lot because there wasn't any Grand Prix last year because of the COVID. And now we are going to Circuit of Americas this weekend, and let's go for those circuit guides. Circuit of the Americas, another design of Herman Tilke, with the cooperation of an American architectural company, HKS. The circuit first opened at 2012, and the first F1 Grand Prix in Austin, Texas in Circuit of Americas held on in 2012. First US Grand Prix before the Austin, Texas one was at Indianapolis in 2007, so it's been a while before US coming back to the calendar. But next season it's gonna be probably 2 US Grand Prix in one calendar. So F1 is going for the USA. And I'm sure you all remember Indianapolis circuit with 6 driver grid start in 2005 because of the tire issue that only Bridgestone tire cars went for the racing, and it was a different and weird race, and you can check it out from Google or whatever you want, so you can see that lonely grid in 2005 in Indianapolis. But the American culture and racing is not so far from each other. Actually the first F1 kind of race happened in 1908 in the States, but it was a different kind of Grand Prix kind of race. It was not involved in the F1 calendar, but later on it became as the Grand Prix of Formula 1 Grand Prix actually. In all those years in the history of US Grand Prix, there has been many different circuits for the holding on F1 Grand Prix. Some of them are Watkins Glen, Sebring, Riverside, Phoenix, and Indianapolis circuit, as I mentioned before. So now we have Austin, Texas. Next year we will have Miami Grand Prix. So it's very crowded circuit lineup for the US Grand Prix in the history. The circuit is 5.5 kilometers and we will have 56 race laps on Sunday. If you come to the circuit design, it might feel familiar to you because the design of the Kota is similar to Suzuka, Silverstone and Hockenheim. And there are 2 DRS zones for the US Grand Prix, one after 10th corner and another one after 19th corner. The lap record belongs to Charles Leclerc from 2019 with 136.1. Tire stress is really high at Kota, and also new turn of events, the surface has renewed 14% in here for this weekend. So it's gonna be different surface, different asphalt than they used to be, like last year's Turkish Grand Prix actually. So we might see, we probably not gonna see some slidings because it's not gonna be so cold as November Turkey, but still it's gonna be different surface, so team has to get used to that surface and find their strategies based on that, how to get the tires warmer and stuff like that. So the strategies will take a bigger part in this weekend's Grand Prix. The driver who won here will not be a surprise for you because I've done lots of circuits guides in this channel, and there has been some name that almost won every circuit as the most winning driver in the season. And again, Sir Lewis Hamilton is the name with the most wins in the US Grand Prix history with 6 wins, 1 of them from Indianapolis and 5 of them from Kota. So he's kind of king around here. Again, I'm sorry, I have to say that because he's winning everything, and this is another circuit that he has the most wins. But the latest winner of Kota is Valtteri Bottas. So it seems like Mercedes has another circuit that are dominated by them, but we will see. It's a tight racing going on between Red Bull Racing and Mercedes and Hamilton and Verstappen. So I'm really curious how it's gonna turn out at the US Grand Prix. And also don't forget that the time zone will be changed than the usual, because we are not in the Europe timing zone anymore. We will go to the US. Wherever you are in the around the world, just check your timing before heading to your TV or wherever you are watching your race. It's gonna be different time zone. So for example, from Turkey, it's gonna be evening hours for us for the US Grand Prix. So I'm gonna take my popcorn and watch it like a movie at the evening, and so it's gonna be different feeling to have that evening race for myself. I don't know where will you be watching or what time you will be watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because there will be another circuit, guys, at the end of the season, and this is gonna be last time for me for a while in front of this map. Stay tuned for what's coming more to the channel in the future days, because my life is kind of changing nowadays, but I'm not gonna tell you, because you should have stay tuned for more for the next videos. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. See you on the next one. Bye bye.